Hello friends, I'm in Seattle. I'm going out to enjoy the nature and I'll share with you a couple of stories on life and leadership in this video. And I request you to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. And I'm a survivor of brain stroke. So this is the home where my younger son Ramakrishna Sai lives, and these are the houses in and around our home in Seattle. Now I'll walk and talk various aspects on life and leadership. So let me introduce myself. My name is Professor M.S. Rao. I have authored 53 books, including the award-winning book titled See the Light in You, for which the Nobel laureate, His Holiness Dalai Lama, has it in a foreword. I have 43 years of diversified experience, including Indian Air Force, business, teaching and training. And I'm a late bloomer, dyslexic, ADHD and OCD. Add to that, the brain stroke worsened my health in the year 2021. I don't have two-wheeler, I don't have four-wheeler, I don't have any pension, and I don't get any regular income. I was born into a toxic family and grew up in a toxic environment. I am 61 years old with mental challenges, physical challenges and financial challenges. Despite having all the challenges, I rose from the ashes like a phoenix. So you should never ever give up. You should be very positive and you should be resilient. And life is a gift from God. And everything happens for a reason. I'm an author, researcher and storyteller. And I create my own stories to make a difference and impact humankind. And I create models, methods, frameworks and perspectives, and I create various aspects like soft leadership, and a month ago I started my own philosophy. So I enjoy what I do it. Despite being born in a toxic family and growing up in a toxic environment, despite having financial challenges, despite having lots of issues, but still I'm moving forward because we are living in this beautiful planet for a limited time span. We must utilize our time in such a way that we can add value and impact humankind. And I have a chronic back pain since 2007. That's one problem because of my continuous writing. And second thing is, I had brain stroke in the year 2021. And thirdly, I have internal allergies. So lots of health challenges I am having. So, but still I am trying to recover from my brain stroke. Currently my right hand and right shoulder is numb. So I can't eat with my right hand and I can't type with my right hand. And it's very challenging in my life. So this is briefly about my introduction. So now I'll briefly talk about Seattle. Right now I'm in Seattle, and Seattle and Bellevue are closely connected. And they are just like twin cities of Telangana and India. And Bellevue is just around 20 minutes drive from Seattle. I'm in Seattle with my wife and younger son, and we lived in we have been living in Seattle for more than 4 months. So I'm what I am because of my younger son and for his initiative, and he has sponsored for our tour to USA. So we are enjoying right now in Seattle, and Seattle is a very beautiful city, but the weather is very fluctuating. Of course, currently now we entered winter. Winter is very cold in Seattle, and we expect snow very soon. So I think I may go for a walk for a week until I have any snow nearby. So I want to continue my walking, and there are some companies that are doing good in Seattle. Some of them are Alaska Airlines, Boeing, and Costco, Starbucks, Amazon, Northrop, and Microsoft. So apart from this, there are many other companies. They are doing good, and Jeff Bezos started Amazon from garage with books. Now he's a billionaire, and he has got multiple companies, and he's doing good. So the entrepreneurship is thriving in Seattle, and leaders like Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos, they are doing good, and they are adding value and impacting humankind. And entrepreneurship is very good, and I strongly advocate entrepreneurship. And when you pursue entrepreneurship, what happens? You add value and impact. Apart from providing employment opportunities, and also there is a migration that takes place. People migrate from different places, and there will be a lot of value addition for entrepreneurs. But again, entrepreneurship is very challenging and very complicated, and entrepreneurship is like a dogfight. Entrepreneurship is for brave-hearted, not for faint-hearted. Sometimes people might think that life is risky, and why should we go for employment? So let me share with you the fact that life itself is a risk, and not to take a risk is also a risk. So we should take risk, whether as an individual or to grow as an entrepreneur. So anyhow, it all depends upon the risk appetite of an individual. And I wanted to become an entrepreneur, but I could not because of several challenges. So finally I became an educator in the year 2007. Of course, but still it's worth exploring entrepreneurship. And as I said, entrepreneurship involves lots of aspects, and those who succeed, they impact. But the fact is that majority of the people, they fail, maybe due to lack of patience, lack of vision, and or due to unfavorable situations. So those things will have to be taken into account when we talk about entrepreneurship. So let me take a break here. So I crossed this junction. This is Seattle supermarket, this junction. Sometimes I shop here, and this is an excellent viewpoint junction, and I go through the same route every day. From here I take some diversion depending upon the situation. So now let me revert to my storytelling. So entrepreneurship is very challenging, and of course everybody can't succeed like Elon Musk or just a moment. Yeah, everybody can't succeed like Donald Trump or Elon Musk. Both are successful entrepreneurs, and Elon Musk was close to bankruptcy, but he survived and succeeded as an entrepreneur. And Donald Trump himself had business challenges, but he survived and became president of United States of America, and now he's going to be sworn in as the president of USA for the second time within a few days, I think within a week. So life is all about possibilities. You have to be very optimistic, and you have to keep moving forward. So this is about entrepreneurship, and I published 53 books, and in fact I authored 60 books, but I published only 53 books. 7 books are still pending for publication, but I had a brain stroke in the year 2021, and for the last 4 years I have health challenges, and I can't type with my right hand, and I can't eat with my right hand. So these are all the challenges I have. So my work, creativity, everything has been disturbed for more than 4 years. Hopefully, I think it may take 6 months or 1 year to recover. Then I will start writing my books. The seven books are yet to be edited and upgraded, because after the COVID, the world has changed. There is total disruption everywhere, and COVID, then again my brain stroke, so everything was disturbed. So once I recover from health challenges, then I'll complete my pending books, which are 7 books which are pending. Out of that 7 books, 1 book is related to entrepreneurship. Hopefully I'll give priority for this book and publish this book. So this is briefly about entrepreneurship, and this is about life. Now next I would like to share with you the places I visited. So I visited with my younger son and with my wife 3 states in USA. They are Arizona State, Nevada, then again California. So these states we visited, and my wife and I also visited. Of course, now currently we are in Washington, and we enjoyed a couple of places within the Washington state. And secondly, we also visited New Oregon. The places include Salem, and then again Portland we visited, and we enjoyed waterfalls on the way. So total 5 states in USA I visited, and I was lucky that I came to USA for the first time. It was all because of my younger son's initiative, and we came. Otherwise it wouldn't have been possible for us, because my wife and I still belong to a lower middle class family with financial limitations. So I came. We came and we enjoyed a couple of places in all 5 states. Now I will briefly talk about 3 states that I visited 2 days back ago. Only we returned. We visited 3 places. One is Nevada, and we visited some places in old Vegas and new Vegas, and we enjoyed various activities, and people play game, and again they go or they play casino like that. There is a casino culture in Vegas, but personally we don't encourage gambling and casino, but we visited and enjoyed some places, and we were very much excited, and it's I feel it's like a desert in it's a desert. Then again we went to Arizona. That is also like a desert, and we visited a couple of places in Arizona state, and we visited a dam in the Arizona. Then after visiting the state, the places in Arizona state, then we went to California. We visited Hollywood. So entire day we spent in Hollywood, and we enjoyed the different places about film industry, Hollywood, and so lots of things we did. So we are very much happy that we visited all these 5 states. But among all the 5 states, the biggest enjoyment or biggest thing in my 5 states tour was Hollywood. It's a city of dreams and a great city, and everyone wants to visit Hollywood once, especially those who are from the film industry. They love visiting Hollywood. Then I visited some places, wax studio, and some stars, and some places I visited where Oscars are given. That place we visited. Then again we visited some places where wax statues we enjoyed. So really we really, it was a great experience for us. So overall we enjoyed touring all the states, and came to Seattle some 2 days back ago. So this is briefly about what we have done by visiting 5 states, including Washington, where we belong to. So now I will share with you. So in this video, what happens is that I believe in acquiring knowledge and sharing my knowledge. That's one aspect, and I am recording my memories while walking. And why I am recording is that I am already 61. I want to keep my memories on my YouTube channel and various other networks, so that my memories will be there. That's one thing. Secondly, I am also sharing some knowledge while walking, and when people enjoy my videos and posts, they might like, and they might share my knowledge with their connections. In this way, I am impacting the world in a limited way, and we can't nobody can impact holistically. As a tiny individual living on this beautiful planet, so I want to impact in the best possible way. So that is the intention why I am recording my memories and sharing with my networks, and some of my stories are shared that serves my purpose, and that feels that I have done something good for the people. So these are the basic intentions of doing it. I'm doing all these things despite having health limitations. And right now I'm holding my smartphone with my left hand, and holding my smartphone with my left hand is very stressful and painful, because I can't shift my smartphone from left hand to right hand, as my right hand is numb. So it's very challenging, but still I'm doing it, because when somebody is passionate about something, they will definitely do it. That's why I'm passionate about, and that's why I'm sharing my knowledge. I believe in acquiring my knowledge and sharing my knowledge. Life is all about learning, unlearning, and relearning. So friends, whatever you feel comfortable, you can accept. Whatever you feel not comfortable, you can disconnect, because life is not the same, because it keeps changing. Things keep changing, and things keep evolving from time to time, and we have to evolve as human beings, and we have to evolve as leaders. So this is a process. It's an ongoing process. That's what I'm believing. So precisely I believe in learning, unlearning, and relearning. And another challenge with me is that I can't upload finished videos, because I am not a tech savvy. So I am only uploading raw videos. So please empathize with me, and please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. So this is briefly about it. Now I will talk various aspects of life and leadership during the journey of my walking. Usually what happens, I go to gym. I've been hitting gym for more than 40 years, and for 1 year, in the year 2021, 1 year I could not go to gym, because I was on the bed for some time, and gradually I started walking, and I started hitting gym. So now there is no scope for gym here in Seattle. So I decided to utilize my time by walking and sharing my knowledge, and by holding my smartphone. So this is what I am doing. So I am utilizing my time the best possible way to impact humankind. Now I'll talk briefly about my life. I was born on October 31st, 1963, in a tiny village in India, and I was born into a toxic family and grew up in a toxic environment. And my childhood was chaotic, because I could not enjoy my childhood, because sometimes I supported my father in the tea stall. Sometimes I was collecting the cash, sometimes I was cleaning the dishes, and so lots of challenges. And my father was disorganized and alcoholic, and my mother is toxic, and I was cursed with toxic siblings. And now I can't do anything about my toxic siblings, because where I was born, that was not under my control. So what is there under my control is I can create my own destiny to impact humankind. So you can create your own destiny, and you can carve a niche for yourself as an individual, so that you can impact. So avoid whining, avoid complaining, avoid criticizing. So let go and move on. And for 18 years I was at my native place, and then I had a dream to serve my country. So I joined Indian Air Force at the age of 18, and I joined Indian Air Force on 4th February 1982 in Secunderabad, Begumpet. Then 5th February 1982, I went to Tamaram to acquire training with other colleagues. So that's how I led my life. So and then again, it was very challenging time for me to adjust, because the kind of attitudes, the kind of family I was born, the toxic environment, everything was there. But finally, I came out of the toxic environment, and I grew as a healthy citizen and as a leader after I joined the Indian Air Force. So I am grateful to Indian Air Force. I am what I am because of Indian Air Force. And I got first my salary was around 400 rupees, and that 400 rupees I utilized. I sent first month salary was around 400 rupees. I received from Indian Air Force. Then I sent my money to support my parents regularly. In those days, the salary was around 400 rupees. Then I supported. Then I also supported my parents, and I gave my money, and I gave my money to purchase gold. Then again, I gave my money to construct the home. Unfortunately, my siblings have betrayed and backstabbed, and they have taken my limited property. So these are the challenges I encountered. So I decided not to entertain relatives. For me, friendship is thicker than blood. So I'm very happy that I got good friends in the Indian Air Force, and so that also my decision to choose the right people and right friends in the Indian Air Force, and I grew as a healthy citizen. And then after I joined the Indian Air Force for 18 after 18 years of age, after I joined the Indian Air Force, then I acquired a couple of qualifications in the Indian Air Force. I acquired 6 qualifications in the Indian Air Force, and it was through private education, because when I joined Indian Air Force, I was 18 years old. Then I discontinued my degree. Then again I continued my degree by paying the condonation fee. So that's how I led my life. Then again, every month I took tuitions when I got 2 months of annual leave every year. That 2 months of my leave I invested for my education, and I acquired a couple of qualifications in the Indian Air Force. So I acquired the qualifications such as DME from Indian Air Force, BSc from Andhra University, and Ph.D. BM from Ministry of Defence, and Ph.D. CLL from Labor Laws in the Jodhpur University, which I attended in the night college. Then I got my MA in Ajmer University. Then I got my MBA from IGNOU University. So all these qualifications I acquired through private education. So people might think that I acquired my qualifications from reputed universities like Cambridge, Harvard, but the reality is that I acquired all 6 qualifications through private education. I started with the Telugu language, and I started growing of my own. And in the Indian Air Force, I utilized my time by investing for education, because I am passionate about acquiring my knowledge and sharing my knowledge. So lots of activities I participated. I utilized my time, because I had to work in the Indian Air Force. The leftover time that I was utilizing for educational learning. So right from birth to till date, I have been working very, very hard. I am a workaholic. I take rest only at my graveyard. precisely, I have no rest. I don't believe in taking in rest, and I believe in adding value and impacting humankind. So 6 qualifications I acquired, and all through private education, and I acquired qualifications through private education, and I visited far distant places like Jodhpur, and I prepared notes because I was posted in different places and different time zones. I had to work in the Indian Air Force. It was very tough and challenging, but within that time also I squeezed in my time and utilized my time for educational learning. So this is how I acquired my 6 qualifications. Then subsequently what happened, I served for 12 years in the Indian Air Force in the lowest rank of a corporal. So people again might think that I was a commissioned officer in the Indian Air Force, but in fact I was not a officer in the Indian Air Force. I served in the lowest rank of a corporal. Then my father-in-law invited me to join for business. Unfortunately, my father-in-law and brother-in-law backstabbed and betrayed, and I landed in further problems. First of all, I was cursed with toxic siblings. Then again betrayal by my father-in-law and brother-in-law. So lots of challenges I encountered in my life. So my life is a living example for the world to impact. So my life can become a great story for the people because I entered different areas, and still I survived. I am 61, still I survived, and still I am walking and going. I am able to walk, but I am not able to walk comfortably after the brain stroke because still I have some problems while walking. And I also have problem with my right hand. So these are all the challenges. So I did business in the Indian Air Force, which didn't work out. Then I became a faculty member in the year 2007, and I became an educator. And at that time, education helped me overcome my adversity because by then I had 6 qualifications, and out of those 6 qualifications MBA was required to become a faculty member to teach management subjects. So that helped me precisely the adversity helped me overcome. Education helped me overcome my Oh, thank you. Thank you.
So, but that's okay.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
Have a great day. So somebody is doing some work here. So here people are very good, amicable and adjustable. They are very warm and friendly. Some construction work is going on. Okay. So then at that time the education helped me to overcome the adversity, and I became a faculty member in the year 2007. And now I have to wait here for a moment because it's very cold. I have to take break because of the problems. Please, I'm pausing for a moment. So now what I did was I rubbed both hands, created a friction. Then now I am holding my smartphone with my left hand and I am walking. So because it's very cold in Seattle, hopefully for a week I will continue walking because the weather is very cold in Seattle. So I can't hold my smartphone also, but still I am holding fine. So let me revert to my storytelling. So at that time what happened, education helped me overcome my adversity, and I became an educator. And in the year 2007 in December I joined for my Ph.D. in soft skills, and I paid a fee of around 10,000, and I had to submit some articles. Then I already published a couple of articles on competitive magazines, and also I published articles on Northeast magazine. So all those things helped me. So I took out the printouts of the articles. Then again I paid a fee of 10,000 and got admission for Ph.D. in the month of December 2007. And 2008 January, rules were changed, and everything has been changed. And precisely, I think I made a very smart decision at that time. If I delayed a few days, then I wouldn't have joined for my PhD because the rules were changed. That was one thing. Second thing was fee was hiked, so I was not in a to pay more than that fee. So I paid a fee of around 10,000, and I have publications. All those things helped me to get admitted for PhD. So friends, from this video, what you can understand is that whenever you get opportunities, you avail the opportunities. Don't wait. There is nothing like right time or wrong time to go for it. You have to make the smart decision to move forward. And with a limited amount of 10,000, and with the printouts of the publications, and with my MBA, and I joined for my PhD in the year 2007, and 2011 I got my PhD in soft skills. So totally I have 7 qualifications. So let me list out the 7 qualifications: DME, BSc, MA, MBA, PGDCLL, PGDBM, and then again I got my PhD in soft skills. So then what happened in the year 2010? On the year 2010, I made a debut as an author. I started as a non-fiction author, and I published 53 I published 53 books, and I published more than 300 research papers, and I published more than 1,000 articles within a span of 15 years. That too with a break of 4 years, because I had a brain stroke. If I didn't have the brain stroke, probably I would have cranked a few more books. But the brain stroke was a dampener, and it applied brakes to my life. So that's how it happened. So within a span of 15 years, I published books, and I was a regular contributor to Entrepreneur magazine. Then I still serve on the editorial board of JVPL, and I serve on the editorial board of DLO of Emerald. So I contributed lots of articles, research papers, so lots of stuff I have done it within a span of 15 years. If I didn't have the brain stroke, then probably I would have done much better than what I am supposed to done it. Right now also I am not able to do it. So friends, so life applies brakes, but still you have to keep moving. So gain momentum and keep moving. And don't stand still in a particular place. Keep moving, keep learning, and keep growing. This is a message to everyone I am telling. Obstacles will be there, and nobody can predict the obstacles, but we expect obstacles in life. So you must be prepared for obstacles, and you have to prepare plans accordingly so that you can avert obstacles. Still, if you come across obstacles, you have to overcome the obstacles so that you can keep moving. This is life. right? Life is only a comma, not a full stop, right? Life is only a comma, not a full stop. That's what I believe. So when I speak like this, I get my own ideas. Like right just now I said, life is only a comma, not a full stop. Especially in view of my brainstroke. So I published various books, and 53 books I published. Then again, the challenge in my life was that I published 53 books in different genre. In the sense, I published books. I started as a non-fiction author. Then I published in the areas of personality development, executive education, teaching, training, diversity, mindfulness. Now I want to write a book on my brainstroke, which will be a memoir. So like that, I kept traveling in different areas. Why I had to travel different areas was that I didn't have any guide, I didn't have any coach, I didn't have mentor. That was a big challenge. And nobody funded me for my education. Nobody helped me. On the other hand, my own siblings and relatives, they have backstabbed. So despite all the challenges, we have to keep moving and we have to keep growing. This is life. This is the message I am sharing with everyone. Life is not a straight line. Life is not linear. Life is not a cakewalk. Life is full of obstacles. You have to overcome the obstacles. You don't get things on a platter. I was not given anything on a platter, and I didn't get any plate to eat. I had to create my own plate, and so that I would eat. So this is my life. This is my journey. So I was not given anything on a platter, nor was I given any plate. I had to create my own plate so that I can eat well. That's how I led my life. So this is life. So life is not linear. Life is not a straight line. Life is not a cakewalk. Life is full of ups and downs. So be resilient, keep moving. Everything happens for a reason. All that happens for good. Be positive. My blood group is be positive, and I am positive by nature, right? So I traveled different areas because I didn't have any godfather or any father to support me. Everything I was doing of my own. Whatever came across, what are the opportunities that came along the way, I utilized. So this is about life. And everybody can't become Elon Musk, and everybody can't become a Donald Trump. Of course, they too have their own challenges. They have much bigger challenges, but still they overcame the challenges they led from the front. So life is like that. Be positive and keep moving. And another problem with me was that I acquired 6 qualifications, then subsequently 7th qualification. 7 qualifications I acquired. All these qualifications are from different areas. There is no connection to my education. Why? Because whatever the opportunities came across, then I created the doors, and I knocked my own doors, and I kept moving. Even the doors were not opened. I had to create my own doors. Then I created the doors. Then I kept moving in different directions. Whatever was coming on the way, I was taking things in a positive way. So there was no consistency in my education. There is only one consistency in my education. That is, I believe in continuous learning. Continuous learning is the only consistency. Otherwise, there is no consistency in my academic background, and also there is no consistency in my books. The way I cranked a couple of books. So because I didn't have any sponsor, nobody funded, nobody helped, so everything I had to do of my own. So people might think that I acquired qualifications on reputed universities like Cambridge or Harvard, but the reality is that I was not gifted with convent education, and I started with the Telugu language. Then everywhere there were obstacles, so obstacles on the way, so we can't help, and we have to accept the challenges and we have to keep moving. This is life. Okay, telling is something and practically doing is different, right? So this is briefly about my life. I was born on October 31st 1963 to till date, I think more than 61 years I led my life. So I learned lots of things in my life. Mostly I learned from my failures and setbacks, right? But you have to learn, and don't take things for granted, and don't take life for granted. I was taking life for granted before COVID. After the brain stroke, I realized how fragile the life is. I came to know. So otherwise I was also taking everything for granted before the COVID. So COVID opened my eyes, and brain stroke opened my eyes, and so I decided to be very careful, and I am still doing whatever is possible within the limited manner. This is briefly about my biography. So now I will discuss various other aspects. So I was interviewed I came to know just a few hours ago, my interview was published in Telugu language. Then I shared my challenges in Telugu, but I am not comfortable even in Telugu also, because I started with Telugu language. Then again I was in military for a few years, so I mix a little bit of Hindi. That is second. Then again I was in Tamil Nadu for a few years, so accent has changed. So like that, I kept changing. So I don't have any particular way of communication. So but usually I speak from the perspective of English. Even that English is also not that good. That's not great, but I'm able to manage because of my Indian accent. It's okay, but ultimately the content matters. So now I will talk about, as I told you about my life and leadership. When I walk, I share a couple of aspects on life and leadership, because when I open my mouth, lot of knowledge flows automatically. When I open my mouth, so my 61 years of observation and 43 years of diverse world experience, everything reflects in my recording. So friends, take whatever is relevant and appropriate, and whatever is not appropriate you discard. And because we make decisions at some point of time, and in the prevailing conditions, but again we ourselves feel that we made wrong decisions, so it happens. So decision making is a regular process. It's an ongoing process. It is based on trial and error method. You have to take feedback, and you have to keep moving so that you can make decisions. So the interviewer asked a couple of questions: who was my inspiration, then other leaders. Then I said Abraham Lincoln has been my inspiration since my childhood, and another leader I like is Mahatma Gandhi. These two leaders. Then again Interviewer asked, why are there any leaders? I said the list is very lengthy. I said Abraham Lincoln has been my inspiration since my childhood, and I admire Mahatma Gandhi for his practical approach to life and leadership, and I also admire a couple of leaders like Nelson Mandela, His Holiness Dalai Lama, then again Martin Luther King, then His Holiness Dalai Lama, then again Mother Teresa. So like that, so many people are there, so many leaders I admire. So I'm standing here at the junction. I'm waiting for the green signal to appear. Once the green signal appears, then I will walk and talk. I got clearance. So here rules are very strict. You can't just walk like that. So this is the green signal I got. Thank you. Now I will start my story. So the interviewer asked a couple of leaders. I told you, I shared them about the list of leaders like Abraham Lincoln has been my inspiration, and Abraham Lincoln has been my inspiration. I didn't know why I admire, but when I went to library in my childhood, and I used to go by walk. Sometimes I used to go by two-wheel, to bicycle or cycle, whatever it is, the language we use in Indian context. So I went to library. So first person I flashed on my mind was Abraham Lincoln with Telugu library. So then I came to that Abraham Lincoln at that time that he failed many ways and he was American president. So that flashed on my mind. So later on I realized about Abraham Lincoln, and because the power of universe. So I the seed that was sown in my mind about Lincoln when I visited a library for the first time, that worked in my mind. Then I started thinking about Abraham Lincoln. So Abraham Lincoln has been my inspiration. Sorry, I'm struggling to speak because I'm walking. That's one thing. Secondly, I'm stammering. That's after the brain stroke. But still, I'm managing. I have to walk to improve the mobility of my legs, so that I can also overcome my back pain and I'll get relief. That's one thing. Second thing is Abraham Lincoln. Now again, when I talk about Abraham Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln was a hero in my life. Why? Because he encountered lots of challenges. He failed in many aspects in his life, and finally he became the first Republican president and 16th president of America. So that was the greatness of Abraham Lincoln. And Abraham Lincoln was my hero and is my hero because he managed a team of rivals, and he abolished slavery. He united America as a nation. Then third, he strengthened federal structure. Fourth, he modernized the economy. So these four factors are four pillars of Lincoln's leadership. So let me assert Lincoln's leadership in four ways. First thing was Lincoln abolished slavery. Second, he united USA as a nation too. And third, he modernized the economy. Fourth, he strengthened the federal structure. These four were the four pillars of Lincoln's leadership. So like this, he did so many things despite constraints. Nowadays people give up very quickly. It's not proper, and you should never give up. Challenges are there, challenges will be there. Still, you have to work within the limitations. It's the right. It's the right trades. It's the bad tradesman who blames his tools. It's the right tradesman who will utilize the existing tools to achieve the desired outcomes. Most people, they complain, criticize, and condemn. So forget all those negative things. Be positive, be optimistic, keep moving, and keep going, keep adding value. So these are the 4 pillars of Lincoln's leadership. So there are lots of things I admire in leaders. Apart from Abraham Lincoln, some leaders like George Washington, he was persistent by nature. Lincoln was resilient by nature. And Martin Luther King, he worked for unity of all communities as one. So he fought against injustice in American society, and now all are equal thanks to Martin Luther King. So there are leaders I admire. So apart from these leaders, I also admire leaders like Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi led from the front, and there was no light at the end of the tunnel, and Mahatma Gandhi finally got India's independence with his optimism and persistence, and by sticking on to the principles of truth and non-violence. And he was assassinated. That was very sad, but overall he championed. And Mahatma Gandhi has been my inspiration. Why? Because whatever he preached, he practiced. That is the greatness of Mahatma Gandhi. Nowadays people talk so many things and do something else, so it's not proper. So Mahatma Gandhi, I read the books of My Experiments with the Truth, and a couple of books I read about Mahatma Gandhi, and I also read the various books of I read thousands of books in my lifetime, and some of the books which resonate my personality are Man's Search for Meaning and Art of War. Art of War by Sanju. It was a great book on war, military strategy. And another book titled Man's Search for Meaning. Viktor Frankl wrote this book, and apart from these books, I read so many books of Swami Vivekananda. Then I read the books of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So like that, I read so many books. I'm a voracious reader. So all those things helped me, that mattered me. So I shared with my host. During the interview I shared. So friends, why I'm sharing with you all these things is that you pick up whatever is relevant and appropriate, and discard whatever is not irrelevant. Whatever is not relevant, just you discard. Let me repeat my statement. Take only whatever is required. Discard what is not required. So focus on positivity, spread positive vibrations, positivity, add value and impact. And so many questions were asked about my challenges. Then I said one of the challenges, the interviewer asked the major challenges. I said 2 major challenges. 2007 I had business challenge, and it was a very big challenge. So I'll focus on this particular challenge. And usually in Indian society, failure is treated as a stigma in India. When someone fails, people don't entertain, they keep themselves away. But I told the interviewer that nowadays people are realizing and they are celebrating failures and they are embracing failures. So there is people started thinking in a right perspective about failure. Otherwise, people traditionally think negative about failures, and they treat failure as a stigma in Indian society. Now people are realizing, because now people are getting educated, there is more awareness because of social media and various circles, so people are celebrating failures. So it was a major challenge in my life, and when I failed, my wife and I, 2 sons, had lots of challenges. For 10 years we lived in the single bedroom rented flat, which was around 400 SFT, and we had lots of financial challenges. We worked in private colleges. Sometimes they didn't pay salaries, sometimes they didn't pay any salaries. This was the challenge in educational system, in private education system in Telangana state. So lots of challenges about life, and my wife, my son and 2 sons slept on the floor for more than a decade in a single rented flat, which was around 400 SFT. So you can imagine the kind of life we led. So friends, life teaches you lessons in many ways. So you learn and move on. And another challenge was that when I failed in business, so my own siblings, they took it as an opportunity, and they exploited the situation, and they have taken the limited money, whatever was there, that was taken away by my own siblings. So life is not easy. Life is very challenging. So friends, so yeah, I got so this is the signal. I got green signal to walk. So now I got a green signal to walk, so I am returning. So friends, so when I had business challenges, people exploited my failure, and my little property, whatever was there, was taken away by my own siblings. So life taught me many lessons. So that was one failure. The second failure was that, not failure, that was second challenge was that brain stroke, which was worse than my failure. Failures are okay because everyone fails at some point of life, and we have to accept failures, and we have to learn lessons and find out the mistakes that we make so that we can do better next time. But again, we still fail. It's an ongoing process. We have to learn and we have to move on about life. And secondly, I had a brain stroke. It was the major challenge in my life, and in the year 2020, 2019, World Health Organization declared COVID was a pandemic, and yes, we were alerted, but we didn't take that seriously. We didn't know the gravity of the situation. But the first lockdown we overcame. And I also participated in the podcast, because at that time YouTube and there was people were not coming out, so I utilized that time for interviews. Then also I utilized my time to publish a book. I published a book, COVID-19, Human Search for Meaning. That book I dedicated to former, the present Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, and I think I worked for I think 2 months, and successfully I published a book.
Excuse me.
Good morning. So I successfully published a book titled COVID-19, Human Search for Meaning. So I published that book by working hard for 2 months, and at that time, during the first lockdown, I did it, and I utilized my time. Then again, everything was getting all right. Then second lockdown was clamped in India. So my wife and I had COVID at that time. It's very challenging, but then my wife and I almost recovered. My wife recovered, but I was about to recover from my COVID near 2021. Just a minute, because I'm crossing the road. So when I was about to recover from my COVID, suddenly I had collapsed and I had a brain stroke. So it was very complicated situation in my life. Very, very challenging, very complicated, and at that time lack of beds, lack of cylinders, and second lockdown was clamped, and I was shifted to 2 or 3 ambulances. So God knows my challenges. We didn't have money, and a guy died in my colony, and I saw a dead body which was kept beside my bed and the ice box. So it was a very critical challenging in my life. Then luckily my elder son and my wife took me to hospital, and we were kept in the hospital, and my younger son Ramakrishna side paid the bills, and the situation was so critical that hospitals were exploiting the situation. They were charging more money, so it's very tough, and somehow I survived. Usually when I had a brain stroke, when I collapsed, so doctors thought that I won't survive. Then I proved them wrong. Second thing, they said that I would be on the bed forever. Then I proved them wrong, that no, I survived, and I started walking. So I proved my critics wrong because of the power of my subconscious mind, and because of the resilience, probably because some inner spark or divine force or something that helped me to survive, and I am able to walk. Still I have to improve a lot. I have to improve the mobility of my right hand, and I have to overcome my numbness of my right hand. So I still have to improve my walking style. So lots of challenges are there. So this brain stroke worsened the situation. So these two are the major challenges. One was brain stroke, second thing was business setbacks. But I didn't give up, and you should not give up. Friends, don't take life for granted. So let me tell you, don't think too much about the unpleasant past, which will never come back. Don't think too much about the future that can't be predicted. Learn to live in the present. Learn to live in the present. So what you have right now is only thing that you have is the present. So because I was distracted because of the road crossing, and I crossed it. So now I'll reconnect the dots. So let me paraphrase, don't think too much about the past, which will never come back. People waste 30% of their precious time by thinking about the past that will never come back. People think too much about the future that can't be predicted. So best thing on your part is to learn to live in the present, especially in view of my brain stroke, my age and other factors. I decided to learn to live in the present and enjoy every moment of your life. So be happy. Happiness lies within, not outside. So life is like this, and so like this, so many questions the interviewer has asked. I shared about. He has asked a couple of questions about my inspiration and leaders, then my brain stroke, and then I shared with them that he talked about IQ and EQ, emotional intelligence. So let me share with you a couple of aspects which is very much important and touching in your life. And you need to blend your IQ with EQ. In the sense, IQ means your intelligence quotient. EQ means emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence has been advocated by Daniel Goleman in the year, I think, 2005. He wrote a book. He revolutionized the concept of emotional intelligence, and he published a research paper, and which is an award-winning paper. And so what we have to see is we have to emphasize on both IQ and EQ. IQ means something you are having, you are gifted with. EQ means something you can hone and cultivate, skills. So what you have to do is you have to focus on your talents, then you build skills around them so that you will be successful. But unfortunately what people do is they run for skills by ignoring the talents. Talents are something that you are gifted with. You are having something, you are born with. You are gifted with some unique talents. So you have to leverage your talents, and you can create skills around the talent so that you will succeed as a human being. You can succeed personally, professionally and socially. So we need to emphasize both IQ and EQ, and we need to blend both so that we can achieve success in life. And people often search for stones by leaving gems at home. You are the gem, then why do you search for stones elsewhere? So let me repeat this statement. People search for stones by leaving gems at home. You are a gem, why do you search for stones around? You are a gem. Unlock the genius within you. Let me repeat. Unlock the genius within you and unlock your potential. And you are gifted with unique talent, gifts, everything that you have to leverage. And you can build skills around them so that you can lead your life happily. That's what. So for instance, I am gifted with unique talent. That means I have the habit of writing. That is a gift. I am a writer. I am a creative. I am creative by nature, and I am very creative by nature, and I am very curious by nature. I am very curious and I ask questions. So like that, so many things I question people. So like that, I do lots of things. So friends, you need to identify your talents and build skills around them so that you can impact. So unlock your talents. You are gifted with unique talents, and you are a gem. Unlock the gem. Unlock your hidden power. Unlock your potential. Unleash your power. So these are all the things I am sharing with you. As I promised you in this video, when I walk, I share lots of stuff. You take whatever is required, you take. Whatever you don't like, you discard. It's your life. But take positive aspects, ignore the negative aspects. So, so blend your IQ and EQ to achieve success. So this is what I shared with the interviewer few hours ago. Like that, lots of questions were raised about EQ, IQ, talent, genius. Then about various leaders I mentioned, like Mahatma Gandhi, Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln. The books I published, my brainstroke. So like that, lots of things I shared in this interview, which was already published. So friends, I request you to consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. I am reaching my home. I think it will take 10 minutes. So finally I'll give you a couple of messages, because I want to utilize every moment of my time. I don't want to stand still. Keep moving and keep rocking, keep adding value and keep impacting the world. So now still there is I will talk about one more thing I just want to share with you is the interviewer asked me about philosophy. Then I told I started creating my own philosophy, and I started creating my philosophy 1 month back. When I was walking, I got ideas. People get ideas in different ways. So in my case, how I get ideas is that I get ideas when I walk and when I teach in the classroom. So I got ideas to work on philosophy. Then I googled in my about my philosophy, and I was very much excited to see that the Google search engine result showed as Professor M.S.Rao's philosophy is to emphasize health first, education second, and health third. He harnesses technology. So I felt very happy and excited. It was an aha moment. I was on cloud 9, and I was very much happy. And the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So I'm very proactive and active, and I take initiative. And apart from that, what I do is I write down the things. Usually people don't write. For me, a short pencil is better than a long memory. So I write down the things. Of course, now I am not able to type and write. That is a different thing. So after I reached home, then immediately I noted down with my left hand philosophy. Then I started working. And usually people have ideas. There are around 8 billion people are there with 8 billion stories, and 8 billion people have 8 billion stories. No two stories are similar. All stories are different. They have their own stories, right? Then I got an idea about my philosophy. Then I noted down about my philosophy. Then what I did is I executed. Usually people get ideas. Many people have got ideas. But what you have to do is, I get ideas, then I also execute immediately, but at my own pace. So daily I am investing time. Daily I am investing my time on philosophy. So I want to write a book on my philosophy. Not now, maybe 5-10 years. I don't know how long it will take. So I want to create my own philosophy. Then I wanted to write my own philosophy. Then I took feedback. Two things that mattered me in my life. One is continuous learning. Second is feedback. So I took feedback positively. Then I noted down the points from my 53 books. Just I grabbed keywords. Then keywords such as virtue, truth, knowledge, attitude, gratitude, humanity, empathy. So like that, so many aspects I connected the dots, and I created a template to interview me, and I am requesting people to interview me. So still I have a long way to go about my own philosophy, and daily I am doing little by little every day. Despite health challenges, I am today morning also for 2 hours I sat and I read about philosophy. Then I copied some material and kept ready. So the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. So I take first step, and I also execute things at my own pace, but I definitely do it. I am very resilient, I am very consistent by nature, and I am very persistent by nature. I don't give up. Despite health challenges, still I am not giving up. So you can understand about my attitude or behavior or whatever it is. So friends, I reached home. I think 1 hour 20 minutes. Let me check my face. Oh, option. So friends, so as I told you that when I walk, I talk various aspects on life and leadership. I have a specific template of sharing my knowledge. So first I introduced myself, that's one thing. Second, I shared Seattle story by connecting with entrepreneurship. Third, I talked about my life in a nutshell, where I was born and up to till date. So 61 years of life I shared with you. Then again I shared with you the interview which I was interviewed. An interview was published a few hours ago. Then I listened to my own interview, and I spoke about the interview. So these are all the things I did. So now coming to this one, the message is that it's very cold. Just 1 minute. So friends, life is beautiful, life is amazing, life is exciting, life is a miracle. Enjoy every moment of your life. Practice gratitude with gratitude.